so we are here for the December 12th board meeting. I guess it's actually December, today's the 12th, but it's for the December board meeting. It is 6 o'clock, so we're going to get started. We'll start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, now a moment of silence. Amen. All right, Mr. Martin.
All right, welcome to our December board meeting. We're going to start out by recognizing a student. We have Ms. Zoe Ann Timmons here. Ms. Zoe Ann has been with us since kindergarten, I believe, and she is part of FFA. And Zoe Ann, I cannot remember, you're part of the CCM class and everything. And I'll tell you what, I'll just give it over to Ms. Zoe.
Okay, what's CCM?
Conduct of chapter meeting.
Okay.
So FFA members, it consists of 7 FFA members, and they do opening and closing ceremonies. And within opening and closing ceremonies, they do basic parliamentary procedure, similar to what you guys do in your board meetings. So Zoe is a part of the CCM team. I have their plaque right here. They actually won the sub-area contest last week. Extremely proud of her and her fellow teammates. She was also second in creed speaking. So her and her teammates advanced to district in both of those categories. We're extremely proud of Zoe. We're extremely proud of Zoe and her teammates, and Zoe is going to recite the FFA Creed for us today.
Can I get a picture? Annette can't be here, it's her birthday, so she asked me to take pictures. So if I can get a picture real quick, so then I can go back up. It's real professional here.
I need to get one too.
Thanks, Zoe.
The FFA Creed by E. M. Tiffany. I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturists in the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits is pleasant as well as challenging, for I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life and hold an inborn fondness for those associations, which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability for progressive agriculturists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil. I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining, in the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help make it so, for others as well as myself, in less need for charity and more of it when needed, in being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you.
That was amazing. I got chills.
Thank you.
Keith, did you know that too?
What?
Did you know that creed too?
I've got it on my wall. I read it. That was outstanding.
Good job.
Good job. So do you want to list, like, I don't know how many's on the team, but do you want to name who else was on the team who made it that far?
Yes, I will. So let me give a little bit of overview to agriculture education first. So agriculture education programs are composed of like a 3-circle model. So we can focus on agriculture in the classroom, which me and Ms. Coots both teach. Ms. Coots is mainly the shop teacher, and I do a lot of the animal science and introductory classes. Within that three-circle model, there's classroom, we have supervised agricultural experiences. So when you guys go to like the Benton County Fair and see students exhibiting their projects, things like that, that's an example of an SAE. And then we also have FFA, and we have career development events and leadership development events. And so there are also parliamentary procedure contests, even though we do some of that within CCM, prepared speaking, other things. So we hope that our CCM team will advance and do a parliamentary procedure next year. On that team, Nevaeh Wood serves as our president, Zoe serves as our vice president, Alyssa Braley serves as our reporter, Caden Perkins serves as our treasurer, Abby Ashford serves as the secretary. Who am I not thinking of? Carrie Ann serves as our sentinel. And then we have Hannah Ingalls as our junior advisor.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys. That's fantastic.
You know, Ms. Miller and Ms. Coots, they're first-year teachers here, and they are working very hard to make sure that our agricultural program is growing and thriving. So we're very proud of them and proud of the kids because they're doing an amazing job.
That was awesome.
Absolutely. Okay, up next, we have our middle school recognition. Last month, the Office of Educational Policy came out, and they announced the schools for high growth on ACT Aspire, and Pea Ridge Middle School was one of those schools. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to Ms. Allen and talk about the great things that they're doing, and there we go, and the teachers.
Okay, so we have great things happening at middle school, and it was nice to see the Office of Education Policy kind of recognize that through our growth with ACT Aspire. I have a few of my teachers here tonight, so y'all can stand. I won't make y'all come up here.
Oh, we're going to have a picture.
Oh, we can get that.
You guys don't get by that easy.
Three of my math teachers, a social studies, and literacy teacher here tonight. We had lots of things going on this week, so some of them had family obligations, but you'll have to see, you'll come up there for a picture. But Office for Education Policy, we got best growth scores overall for 2022. So overall growth, we were actually 12th in the state for middle schools. So that's a very big accomplishment and very big growth in it. We also got best growth scores for math for 2022. We were 5th in the state for math growth. So that is amazing, and we'll talk a little bit about why we think we've seen that, some of the things we've been doing to do that. But then I know we always kind of question when we see the state things of, what does that mean for Northwest Arkansas, those around us? So we actually also got best math growth, and we were number 3 in Northwest Arkansas. So that is fully because of our teachers, how hard they work. I think the last few years we've put in place the curriculums, Wit and Wisdom, IOM. IOM has been in place in 6th grade, longer than K-5. So I think we're seeing that progress as we get year to year. It's also opened up that the teachers can vertically align with 3rd and 4th and K-5 really. K-6 going up, and has helped as they move up to us and discuss with them what were they lacking in the year before. We can really have those discussions now. And I think we're really seeing those results. So I could see more next year. So I also have Kyle Thielmeyer here. He's our building learning coordinator. And he's going to come up and just share just a minute, a little bit about what he thinks about our growth. Come on up.
I'm Kyle Thielmeyer. I teach 6th grade math, and I am our building learning coordinator. First of all, I'd love to say that it takes a team and it takes a village to do and accomplish the goals that we want to accomplish. And I'm so happy to be part of a team like this. And I think we can all agree, like, we couldn't do it without each other. Since our reconfiguration, which feels like just yesterday, but it's actually been several years, the middle school has established a culture and a willingness to do what's best for students. And we filter that through all of our decision making. And every decision we make, we ask ourselves, is this what's best for students? And I think one of the areas that we've seen a lot of that is in the teachers continuing to and willingness to look at common formative assessments. How are we assessing students and how are students doing? We're looking at strategic interventions. What do we do when students don't understand the material? And we've seen a big shift focus on teaching to let's focus on student learning. What are students actually getting from us, and what are they actually learning? One story that I think encapsulates the middle school better than anything is when we first found out about this award, we celebrated and we were excited, but the conversation quickly shifted to one, who beat us? And number two,
They're a little competitive.
yeah, and number two, what are we going to do to get better? And so tonight, from all of us, to the board, to leadership here, I want to reiterate that the middle school is not done. We are here to stay, and we do not want to be stagnant. We want to continue to push each other and grow. We want to continue to make sure our students are held to high standards and make sure that we push all levels of learners so that we can continue to do what's best for all students. So thank you guys.
Seriously, she wants a picture.
Sure. I will say, like, we have social studies here, and we were not tested on that for ACT Aspire, but they play a key role, science also, in their writing and working with them, so.
So I'll skip to this way. Very good. Ready? One. I gotta do like my order says. 1, 2, 3, and then down here. 1, 2. There you go.
Thank you guys very much for what you're doing.
We also have middle school sub choir tonight, so we've got to scoop that.
Absolutely.
Y'all are unless y'all want to stay, y'all are free to. You're welcome. You want to go? Please don't feel. It's a good time, the transition.
Do you guys have better things to do than school board meetings?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for what you do. We appreciate you. Good job, Joanne. Congratulations, it's fantastic. Smiling face. Do we have forensics in Peerage? Forensics? It's like, okay.
But we have a very young drama teacher who is, and I'm like, okay, be patient, let's tackle one thing.
Gotcha, okay.
But, all of the career and student organizations have a parliamentary procedure type event inside their competitions. DECA has one, Skills USA has one, HOSA, they all have a parliamentary procedure plus a creed type event. So some of that, and extemporaneous speaking and all that.
I seriously, I could just see Zoe Ann killing it in forensics with her
Yeah.
presentation.
And so I think that's the future, but
Okay,
I'm like, let's just get good at this and then.
got you. I'll back off. All right.
No, it's exciting to see, for sure.
Up next, we have section 3, that is consent agenda, financial report, and board minutes. Are there any questions?
No.
Okay, with that, I'd like to make the recommendation that the consent agenda, financial report, and board minutes of the regular board meeting held on November 14th, 2022 be approved as submitted.
All right, so we have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
All motion.
All right, motion by Adam. Do we have a second? I'll second. All right, all in favor? Any opposed? All right.
Okay. Under action items, we have approved out-of-state trips. There's several of them for the upcoming semester. We have track to Joplin, Missouri on January the 2021. That's an indoor track meet, I believe, at MSSU. We have 2 Winter Guard competitions out of state. One's in Springfield, Missouri on February 18th. The other one is in Nixon, Missouri on April 1, 2023. 2 band trips, the junior high band to Kansas City, Missouri on May 20, and then the high school band to St. Louis, Missouri for an overnight trip on April 21 to 22, and there'll be plenty of supervision and school rules. And then Coach Easterling and the baseball team to Jay, Oklahoma on March 9, and East Newton on Missouri on April 10. Are there any questions? Okay. With that, I'd like to make the recommendation that you approve the out-of-state trips as presented.
All right, so we have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by John. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Jessica. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? All right.
Up next on action items are board-to-board transfers. Every year in July and December is when it comes before the board. We have 10 board-to-board transfers that we're asking you to to approve. 9 of them were current students who have moved out during the school year and they want to continue going to school here. The last one is a 12th grader. She'll finish up the school year here, and we have plenty of room. And we have 2 transfers out. I believe both of them were, one's Rogers School District and one's Bentonville School District, and they were already attending those school districts and want to stay, but they've moved. Are there any questions? Okay, with that, I'd like to recommend that we approve the transfers as presented.
All right, so we have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I'll motion.
Motion by Sarah. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by John. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay.
Up next, we have, excuse me, Mr. Ramey and Student Services.
Food service has a November ending balance of $495,916.75. And so, as we typically say month to month, we're continuing to see positive gains in our food service department. And that's due to Ms. Ferguson and the job that she does overseeing our finances in that department. The transportation, we've had quite a bit going here over the last month. We get inspected annually in the transportation department. It's a kind of a 2-step process. In December, the state comes on site and physically inspects every one of our buses. And so that just concluded last week. They notice minor defects and things that we need to pay attention to, and then major defects. And so all of our buses passed. We were good to go. That's a tribute to the work that Marion Holland, our mechanic, does, but also our drivers in communicating with him things that they're seeing on their buses daily. And so they get right down to as minor as, hey, that window looks a little cloudy, and so we need to fix and repair that. And so we were pleased that we passed step number 1. Step number 2 is in January. They come on site and they go through all of our records to make sure that our documentation's in order, all of our drivers are up to date on all of their credentialing and paperwork and things. And so we will see that come, it's usually mid-January, and that will conclude our kind of annual inspections that the state gives us. But we've passed step 1 with flying colors, so we're proud of it. The second thing that we have been doing is we have done our initial training on SmartTag, which is our bus driver and our routing software. We currently have all of our drivers, they've got their iPads on their buses. We've installed the equipment on the buses, and so they're practicing right now because they've got a major piece of the communication of students getting on and off and different pieces with routing, with skipping stops and different things. So right now, we've trained them, and they've got an iPad daily, and they're going through their pre-trip inspections, their post-trip inspections, and just getting comfortable with that technology on their bus because it's new to them. And so we will then come back after the break and begin to roll out for buildings and then for students and parents what that looks like. So it's a process, but we're kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with SmartTag, and it has been a process. But it's really exciting to see. We were on today, and from my office, I was able to send all of our drivers a message that they got on their iPads. They were able to respond back to me, and so we're working on communication and things. So right down to where I can tell them.
Is it voice?
No.
Okay.
No, it's like a text, email text. But when they're driving, they can't see anything. It's only when they stop.
Okay.
And then it pops
All
out.
right. I'm glad for that clarification.
Yeah.
I
It's been a long time since we talked about SmartTag. But they actually get it before they ever get on the bus.
Gotcha.
When they get
Okay.
the computer, they log in is when they
was
get
like,
it.
clarification.
But if we get, if there's a wreck somewhere and it's going to delay the route, we can reroute, and so we can communicate.
Perfect.
And so we have various ways of communicating because we still have our CV system, but we can talk to our drivers and do different things. But we were able, from this office today, we were able to see who's on the bus, who's already gotten off the bus, and some different items and things, and then where our buses are located. And so we're just going through the system right now to make sure that it's working properly, and that's really before we roll it out to the public. But it's really kind of neat to see as we start to get going. The last thing that I've got is that today we finished our repairs in the quad. And so we actually got students, I know it's been forever. We got students in there last Thursday, I think was when we got students back in there. We still had some minor things to get done with ceiling tiles and stuff, and we finished right after school this afternoon. And so it's completely turned back over to us. I know Mr. Ogden and his team, they did a great job of monitoring, adjusting, and using, other spaces in their building, but they felt it, not having that area. And so I know they're glad to get back in there and have use of that space. So we've got that done, and other than that, we've got plans for the break to get our buildings ready for the second semester. And so we've got our custodial staffing teams. They've got a litany of tasks to do over the break, and then we'll get ready to go for school again. So we're organized and prepared, and now we just got to execute our plan, and we'll be ready to go.
Awesome. Thank you guys for managing through that chaos. We appreciate it.
It's a long time coming, especially for that classroom.
It's amazing what one sprinkler head will do.
That's right.
13 minutes of water shuts
Yes,
you down for a little while.
it is amazing.
I knew it was needed when the kids wanted it just as much as I did.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Ramey.
Up next, personnel.
Okay. Do we need to go to executive session?
Don't believe so.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Mr. Martin, did you see a need for executive session?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I'd like to make the recommendation that we accept the resignations of Demela Cohen, Crystal Green, Jennifer Spivey, Larry Driggs, and Heather Howard with regret.
All right. So we have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I'll motion.
A motion by Jessica. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Sarah. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. And that's with regret.
Yes, ma'am. On the hiring, I'd like to make the recommendation that we hire Genesis Stafer as a bus driver and Todd Matthews as a computer technician.
All right. So we have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I'll motion.
Motion by Adam. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by John. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay.
Ms. Cochran, that's all I have.
All right,
I
so-
cannot promise this for next month. Next month will be longer.
All right, so I will entertain a motion. We got a motion. I'll second it. All in favor? Guys, thank you very much for your time.